welcome back to Satisfactory. We're going to dive back in, and today we're going to be working on heavy modular frames. So it's a big project. These are difficult to build, and we need a lot of them. So we're going to need 3 ingredients: coal, iron, and limestone. And fortunately, I've done a little bit of scouting, and there is some materials for us to use right around this area, not too far from home. So we're going to head in that direction, and we're going to get started setting up a factory over there. So one thing we are going to need is power. We're going to need to get power over there. And unfortunately, it's super dark right now. So that's going to make things a little bit more challenging. But basically, we're going to head over to the Crater Lakes area. And then on the border between the Crater Lakes and the Rocky Desert below, there's a bunch of coal that we can use. And then there's iron nearby as well. So we want to head in that direction and make sure that we bring our power source with us, our electricity. We can start that by heading over in sort of this direction. I guess we'll head, yeah, I guess we'll just head south first, and we'll build little platforms along the way. So let's get started. Now, where is my nearest power tower? I don't actually think I have one over here right now. There's one over in that corner. Or there's one over here, but I don't know how far it will reach. I don't think I can. I'm not sure if I can. Got observation towers. Yeah, that's the nearest power tower. Let's see how far we can stretch this bad boy. How far will you go? Looks like I can at least make it over in this general direction. How far can I get? Okay, it's starting. This is where it starts to peter out. I think we do throw this down. Now, where do we actually want to put this? Where's a good place to stick this? I think this corner right here is fine. We're kind of not going to be building anything else there. So let's start there. And then let's start coming over in this direction. Towards Crater Lake. And we'll see how far along this we can get. Seems like quite a ways. Yeah, quite a ways indeed. Alright, so we can go further here before we need to build the next power tower. Let's zoop our way to victory. As we do in this game. And we'll see how far we can get. We kind of want to end up over on that corner over there. So this is the top of the factory. All right, interesting. All right, from this point, I think we need to go back and find out how far we can place our tower. Unfortunately, you have to be pretty close to get the hologram to appear. It'll go most of the way, it looks like. Where does it start to get unhappy? Right there? Okay, so we'll build a power tower platform here. And then let's go back and grab that one more time. Okay, so slowly taking power over. It's going to be a long project to get this heavy modular frame factory built. It's just, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. It's going to take it's going to take probably multiple streams to get it done. But we'll get into it, right? We're starting by laying out a pathway to the coal and bringing our power along. Let's remind ourselves exactly where the coal is. It's somewhere over here along this edge. Yeah, it's down here. Okay. There's 3 pure nodes here. Very handy. It's near water too, so this would have made a good power location, but I'm going to be using the coal for something else. Purity temp. What? That's a bit strange. So we'll get as close to this rock cliff as we can without clipping into the wall. And then we'll head west. Looks like that's about the best we can do. Let's start heading out. It's sort of around the corner and to the south, so we're going to need to make another turn at some point. We also need to keep bringing the power with us. This seems like it's probably a pretty good place to go figure out where the next power tower is going to go. There's my, I think that's sulfur, or it might be, yeah, I think that's sulfur. The long conveyor belt snaking across the land. All right, how close or how far can you go? Can you get across the corner and do a diagonal or not? Let's see. No, probably not, looks like. We can get kind of close. All right, we can't quite get across the diagonal. So we'll need to come to here. Let's build the tower. And then we'll get it hooked up. Okay. And then moving along the next area, let's see how far we have to go with this one. Seems we can go most of the way to the end of this, what we built here. All right. I think here we go in this direction. Place this down. Hook it up over there. Nice. Okay. Coal's down around here somewhere. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna curl around here. To the south. Somewhere around here. Not quite here. We are sort of north of it. I think maybe like 3 or 4 more, and then we head south. And then the goal is going to be to get the coal from up there and down onto this platform. We can do that with some lifts and such. But we should be pretty close now. Should be basically directly ahead of us. Yeah, we're 180 meters. Okay. So the coal's all kind of up there. We're going to need to get it down and into down and onto this platform, which is fine. We can do that. And then the iron that we want is kind of over here, I think, or maybe I can't quite remember where I found it. Yeah, it's over in this direction. Okay. So we're going to want to get the iron over here, or the coal down here, actually. And we'll have kind of a chunk of space for the belts to go along. We'll have belts of coal moving this way, and then they'll meet up with the iron over there. Not quite sure what this looks like yet. I want to get to the point where I'm directly north of the iron. So, okay, yeah, it's a bit further out. It's a bit of work. Do I want to have 2 of these? Because I could have a stack. Nah, I probably have them side by side. Chill Gamer Vibes, welcome to the channel. What's the point for the big power towers versus the normal poles? They stretch a lot longer. They go a lot further. So, I'll show you. If I build a normal power tower, normal power pole, rather, the furthest it can go is, I believe, 7. 7 blocks, so what is that? 7 times 8 is 56 meters. See, I can't get it any longer than this. But the power towers stretch much, much further. So if we put another power tower platform here. Power tower platform, that's what it's called. We can just straight up connect it all the way over to that other tower over there like this. See that? So it reaches much, much further. Yeah. They're more expensive to build, but it's nice. It avoids like having to put down a thing every 5 seconds, you know? I think I can get even further away than this. I don't know what the exact number is, or the distance, but I think I can probably get away with putting one over here. Yeah, that's going to work fine. Okay. And if I configure this, we can see I have my full 4.6 gigawatts here, or megawatts. All right, where are we in relation to the iron? I think we're still too far east. Yeah, there's iron there, and then over here. So I kind of want to come over to somewhere in the middle of those so I can lift those up. There's some sort of a bug here. There's something about temp iron. It's very odd. Let's keep going. Just unlock them on your server, trying to figure out why we need them. Yeah, they're just for covering more ground, covering more distance without having to build a power pole every 56 meters. Alright, so the coal's going to come along here, and then it's going to meet up with the iron. Then we're going to have to figure out where the limestone comes from. But I think this is probably about right. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're now a little bit too far. Let's see. Now we're just about north of the iron down here. So I will actually build like 2 more, and then we'll put our power tower down. Is this how I want it? Yeah, so the coal will come in from there, the iron will come in from there, and then we'll build the factory out to here. So this can be at the back left of the factory, I guess. Looks like, oh, that will just reach there, it looks like. Wire's too long. No, I need to bring it in closer. Okay. How am I gonna, let's see. I mean, I do need to be north of the iron. Let me see how far I can get this to work. How far can I push it? I want it, yeah, it looks like I can get pretty far. I want it as far as I can get it. Okay, that'll have to do. Which means we want iron come in from this location. Well, we'll start with this. Can I actually see the iron from here? I'm not sure where. Yeah, there's 2 of them right there. One, 2. Is it just those 2? And then the third one's over there somewhere. There's some limestone in a couple places over there. All right, well, we got 2 pure nodes down there. That's probably pretty damn good. Let's go harvest those and bring the iron over to the start of the factory. And we'll get after the coal. All right, so we're pretty close. We're going to need floor holes and whatnot to get the stuff up. For now, I do want to go... Okay, let's build a wall and a ladder over on the side laterally so we can come back at a future... We can get back up here. Parachute, very handy for this type of work. Slowly building vertically down. Okay, there we go. That should be down to the ground. Okay. So we're going to need another power tower up there, and then we're going to need to bring that down to the ground. I wonder what the right way to do that is. And then we're going to need these 2 pure nodes. We're going to need to put miners on them. And then lift their stuff up into the sky quite a long way. That's a long ladder. That is a very long ladder. I wonder if it's worth building a tube here. Probably. Yeah, almost certainly worth doing. A hyper tube to get back up. Seems like a plan. All right. Need power here. See if I have enough wire. Can I connect you? It's too far, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a little bit too long. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way then. Or the harder way, which is to go get it and then bring it back. Which involves a lot of running. Oh, right, I put the parachute on. How far can we go? Okay, looks like that's the limit right there. Let's plop it down. Connect it up. And then we can throw one down on the ground near our goodies. I have to connect it to the right part to get it to work. We can... Yeah, we can do something like that. I think that's fine. And then if we start working on the tube to get back up, that's under transport. So we'll have a hypertube support here for our exit. And that means we'll need some sort of a railing or something on the far side. We'll need something like this to stop ourselves from flinging forward too much. And then we can make it look decent with corners. All right, so that'll pop us out. And then we'll need to go down with the old tube. See how far we can go. Okay, we can get that far. Pretty nice, actually. Pretty nice length on that. And then we'll need we have the wall support, so we can just go all the way down to the ground now. Down to somewhere like there. And then we can build our entrance. Oh wow, I went way too far. Damn. Oh, that's gonna be hard to fix. I don't think I can squeeze in from that low. So let me put the support a little higher up. And see if I can connect it up. Oh, I can. Nice. Okay. So there's our tube up to the top. Let's go ahead and put an entrance down. We'll put a tube here. The goal of connecting it up. And we'll throw an entrance on there and power it up. Okay, so we're gonna need to get... Is this growing? Okay, I've apparently used too much concrete, but this is where the dimensional depot comes in. It's feeding in from my my main factory. So that's very nice. We'll have more concrete available soon. I need to get up here and start moving actual power poles around. So we're going to come out to the edge. Then down to the ground. And then we'll throw one over here. So these two pure nodes here, this one and that one, they're going to need power for the miners. And then the hyper tube over here will need some power as well, which is fine. We can toss this like this. Get that powered up. Okay, let's test the hyper tube. Much faster than the ladder, right? Very nice. Glad I built it. It's still a long ride up because it's a large, it's a tall, it's a high in the sky kind of a deal, this factory. All right, let's get down and start working on the miners. So, assuming I do that, and then I build, I click to the world, these should connect exactly, right? Yes, everything is aligned to the world grid right now. Very good. Okay. So let me go in that direction. Okay, looks good. Let's get rid of this. And I'm going to need to craft some automatic miners to make the Mark II miners that I'm going to need. So let me throw down a quick, what is it called? Equipment workshop? Okay, I don't think I have any with me. No. We're going to need portable miners. We're going to need 4 here. Okay, let's go into production. Grab miner Mark II. We'll slot it down on the node and kind of line things up. Yep, that looks about right. Okay. So, let's see. We have kind of a guideway here. Actually, these are not what I should be using. These should be, I rarely use them, but these should be the big ones to go into the ground. What is it? I click on one and then E. I want the 4 meter, yeah. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna need to snake a conveyor belt over to a merger here. I guess I have these on my thing now. I don't want the splitter, I want the merger. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna live here. And we're gonna get a Mark IV belt linked into you. Like that. Then you're gonna go up to the sky. And we're gonna need a floor hole here, so let's see. Where are you? You go there. And then you go there. And then we need the floor hole like that. Is that right? I don't think that... I think that's too close, actually. I think it wants to go like that. So as for lifts, logistics, Mark IV lift. Going in like so. That looks like it's connected up just fine. All right, so we'll go up to the top. We'll make the corresponding floor hole, and we'll lift up this iron ore. So it's in the middle and vertically one off the center. Okay. So I just need to get that lined up for the first one. The long tube up. I was thinking of the long road home there, but I don't actually know the melody that well. All right, so we're very close. We're 2 squares back. 1, 2, and then the floor hole goes in the middle, and it was like that, right? I'm pretty sure it was like that. Let's go ahead and pick our Mark IV lift here, and oops, I don't have my... Well, all right. Let's see if I can make this work. It's just the, yep, okay, I've lined it up correctly. There we go. There's our massive lift to the sky. So the iron ore can go up. Now, that belt can handle up to 480 resources per minute. You're a pure node. So what are you doing? 240? So all we need is a pair of shards, and you're going to go up to 480, right? Yeah. Well, we have to power it on. All right, let's power it on. We're going to want you to come over here. Let's get you powered on. Let's see that 480 per minute. Nice. Okay, so there's the first set of ore done. Let's get to work on number 2. I guess this is a little on the close side. Yeah, we want it. We want to come over here and do it. All right. Let's see if we can get you turned in here. I'm missing modular frames. Oh, that's no good. Okay. And it's also a little bit on the close side. But, yeah, assuming we... How am I going to get more modular frames? I guess they're not feeding in right now. I guess I don't have a thing for them. No, I don't. I'm going to have to go home. Oh, man, that's a long run. Well, I can cannon myself back. All right. And I need to do some, I need to throw another hard drive in anyway. Do I have my hard drives on me? I do not. Okay. I think I have hard drives left. Oh, do I not? No, I do. Okay, yeah. Let's get some more research going here. Oh, by the way, since I've got some folks in the chat, I see there's 9 folks in the chat. I know most of you are lurkers, but I'm going to offer you a chance to help me out here. For each of these 3 drives, I'm interested in your opinion on what I should choose. So we can choose for this one, fine black powder, an alternate recipe. Not super great because we don't need a lot of it right now. The Caterium circuit board, which gets us 8.75 circuit boards per minute for some plastic and Caterium or quick wire. Or I could rescan. So in your opinion, if you care to chime in, do you think I should get the Caterium circuit board or rescan? Next up, we have the pure copper ingot, which uses copper ore and water to build copper ingots in a refinery. That's a pretty nice feature if you have water because it uses less copper ore. It's more ore efficient since there's infinite water. Uses more electricity, but produces more copper per ore and a little bit more per minute, 37.5 instead of 30. We also have the copper rotor. I'm not really sure what the improvement is here. I think instead of using, instead of using iron rods and screws, I use copper sheets and screws, and we get 11.25 per minute as opposed to 4 per minute. So this saves space and machinery, and I guess uses copper instead of iron. So what do you think? Pure copper ingot, alternate copper rotor, or rescan? And then another one for you lurkers in the chat, if you care to chime in, we have cheap silica, an alternate flexible framework, or a rescan here. I'm not clear on whether we're ever going to need these flexible frameworks again. I guess they might be a component for a later delivery, but this one seems like a rescan. I'm not sure. Strife A, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. Your opinion is that pure copper is the best choice over here. Need the pure copper to support the copper rotor. Got it. All right, so you think we go for the pure copper ingot. I'll take your opinion since you're the only one speaking up. We'll select this reward here. As for the other ones, we'll come back to them later. All right, so what did I need? I needed rotors. Or no, I needed modular frames. Okay. Well, let's see. I didn't have any, apparently. How many can I upload here? I had 5 in here, I think. I can upload up to 150. So let me pull these out, and then we'll put 150 in so that I have them for later. And then that leaves me with 2 stacks for myself. We'll just drop that off. I don't particularly want to build another thing here. Actually, you know what? Well, I guess we just started a hard drive research. I was going to say I found enough Mercer spheres that we could get some more research going into improving our upload speed, but it's probably enough for now. I did also need to grab some concrete, I believe. Yeah, there we go. What else are we low on? Kind of a lot of stuff, huh? I'm relying on my depot right now. It's better since I'm here to grab a few things. Okay, I need to fill up on nobelisks and metal plates. Got like too much quick wire. I probably could use some... Yeah, I need a little bit of everything here. I need to like go around and do a bit of work on the basics. How many of this do I have? Yeah, I've got... Well, we're going to be building quite a lot of this. I'll take some extra. I'll take some extra. You need to be moved out front, sir, so I can see you. Do I need any of this right now? I probably don't, but we'll get 2 stacks full anyway. Iron rods and screws are probably fine. Iron plates we definitely need. Alright, that's gonna be fine there. What else? We got the concrete. We use a little bit of wire, I think. I think we're low there. Where is it? Come on, I know you're in here. Maybe... There it is. Okay. That was hard to find. Probably need more cable. Usually do. I'd like to have 3 stacks of this. And then what else we got? I don't need rotors, copper sheets. Maybe need a handful of encased industrial beams. And I mean, couldn't hurt to grab like a couple stacks of copper sheets for some future point. I might need some water for something. I can't remember. Okay, that puts us in a pretty good position. I'll top off the old fuel tanks. Is this producing? 17. Did something happen to my turbo fuel production? Doesn't look like it's producing. Hold on. That's concerning. We'll come back to that in a moment. Way more obelisks than I'll ever need. Plastic, we can top up our single. Same with rubber. You're full, so you should be feeding into my friend. Okay, what's going on with turbo fuel? Is it building? Or is it just slow? Or is it feeding into... It looks like it's not. I have to check on that. Hold on. Okay, the turbo fuel is not flowing. Why is that? What is your problem? You are not getting enough fuel? Okay, why aren't you getting fuel? Empty canisters. Oh, okay. There, somehow I got more canisters than I got fuel. So we need an overflow for the canisters into the awesome sink. All right, that makes sense. Okay. There were some, and the awesome sink is right here. So we might as well feed it in back here if we can. Can I squeeze this in? Looks like I can. Wow. Okay, this is actually going to work out to be pretty easy to fix. Fortunately. Let's see. You'd re-roll on the frame one for now. Okay, I'll go back to that in a minute. Just got your steel pipeline back in and about to spin up 50 statters in the starter factory that will go into motors. Good news. What's your upload speed up to? I'm not quite sure yet. Let me finish fixing this problem. This is almost too easy right here. All right, so let's have you're the awesome sink input. That's fine. So all we really need to do is put a splitter on you. No, not a merger, a splitter. And lift the stuff up to the sky. And connect those up. And I think we'll upgrade this a little bit here. Now that actually doesn't need to be a splitter. That needs to be a smart splitter. I just remembered. Can I replace it in place? Yeah. I can't like... No, I can't do it. All right. Let's try that again. So smart splitter. No, 0. There we go. Smart splitter. You can handle this. There we go. So we configure this. You are overflow. There we go. Right output's overflow. That should fix the problem. So now the fuel is flowing again. And now we should see... Yeah, now we're producing packagers. Okay, packaged turbo fuel. So that's good. We just finished our research over at the hard drive. Mark G, welcome to the channel. Mark G says, it's tedious, but I quite like having some biofuel as well as turbo fuel when I'm booping around. The extra time is a real luxury. I found packaged turbo fuel for the jetpack to be pretty damn nice. Will it? I don't think it'll switch between fuels, will it? Like if I have 2 kinds of fuels and run out of the first one, will it automatically use the second one? I'm not aware of that. Hold on. Let's see that happen. So I'm going to use up all my turbo fuel. Yeah, no, it will not switch to packaged fuel here. Unfortunately. What did I pick up? Some canisters somewhere? There we go. All right, let's get rid of those. All right, things are looking better with the old inventory. We finished another hard drive. So you were saying Strife suggested reroll on the frame one for now. The alternate flexible framework. All right, good call. So we have two new options here. Tempered Caterium ingot, where we use Caterium ore and petroleum coke to get, I guess, more Caterium more quickly. Yeah, looks like it's the same ratio of ore to... It's still a 3-to-1 ratio. No, this is a 2-to-1 ratio. All right, so instead of a 3-to-1 ratio and getting 15 per minute, we have a 2-to-1 ratio of the ore, but we have to add in the petroleum coke. We get 22.5 per minute instead of 15. So one alternative is the Caterium tempered ingot. And then we have the encased industrial pipe, where instead of using beams and concrete to get 6 per minute, we use pipes and concrete to get 4 per minute. I think that's less resource intensive. I think 6 pipes is cheaper in terms of steel than 3 beams, because you get like... No. Yeah, steel pipe is 3 ingots for 2 beams. Whereas the beam is 4 ingots for 1 beam. Yeah, so it's cheaper on steel, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Encased pipe is better than the base encased industrial beams. Yeah, it uses less ore, but you get fewer per minute, right? Because this gives me 6 per minute in an assembler, the original one, but it takes three beams, which is what, 12 ingots, versus 6 beams, which is 9 ingots. So it definitely uses less steel, and it looks like it uses less concrete, but you get fewer per minute. So it's like more resource efficient, but you need more of them, so it's more power demanding to get the same amount of encased industrial beams. Pipe is probably your pick as well. All right, Strife and Mark are both suggesting the alternate encased pipe, so we'll select that. That's fine. We also finished another research here. We have the plastic AI limiter or the steel rotor. So current AI limiter recipe is 5 copper sheets and 20 quick wire to get 5 per minute. The new recipe is 30 quick wire and 7 plastic to get 8 per minute. Seems decent. Using plastic instead of copper could come in handy somewhere, and 8 per minute is a 60% increase in production over time. Strife A says it also uses less coal, and you're going to need a ton of coal in the very late game. Fair enough, fair enough. I love that one as it frees you from copper. You like the plastic AI limiter. Okay. The alternative here is the steel rotor or a rescan. The current rotor recipe is iron rods and screws. This one's steel pipes and copper. So getting away from screws is certainly nice. And we get an increase in production, 5 per minute instead of 4. This uses, I guess, less iron in exchange for some coal and copper. I mean, 6 wire is not that much. I guess that's not terrible. Getting away from screws always seems like a good idea to me. Both these are interesting. But Mark has advocated for the plastic AI limiter. Any thoughts on the steel rotor? You'd take the AI limiter as well, would you? Okay, pretty solid answers here from the crowd. We'll take the plastic AI limiter recipe. And that leaves us with a couple things I want to do here. So I want to go into alien technology and see, where do I stand here? So I'm currently at 60 per minute on upload and 300% stack size. I think the next thing I want is this, 120 per minute. So I need 13 Mercer spheres and another 31 SAM fluctuators. Let me get that researched real quick. I have the Mercer spheres for it. 13 Mercer spheres. Leaves me with 16 left. And I need another 31 SAM fluctuators, which I have over here. Guess I have to go like this. Okay. So doubling this will be pretty nice, I think.
Dimensional upload speed increased. The dimensional shift now no longer cares how complex the components of the original part are, and will save each part as a single collection of particles that can be instanced easily.
Group shift the body core flow cycle song of the 5-layered shallows to 8.
Oh, that's helpful.
I'm working on it, but are you saying there is another layer? Is it a sensor limitation?
Deepen.
Helpful.
Is it? I guess it's helpful to you. You've somehow learned to understand her better than me. The other thing in here that I haven't really researched yet is the power augmenter. I don't know what this is, but I could get it. Steel rotor will be good if you're trying to go 1-1 for rotors and stators for motors. Well, that recipe's gone now. I don't have this power augmenter, and the other thing I'm interested in is the... Not the geo... Well, I am interested in the geothermal generator. Where's the... Where's the radio thing? The radio tower. Is that under quartz? No, it is. Okay. Yeah, the radar tower. I'm gonna need to complete this heavy modular frames factory first before I can get this. But, geothermal generator, some power switches, another power pole. That's all kind of okay. I'd like to get into rocket fuel. I guess this, like, no, I can't do this. I don't know what this is yet. Empty fluid tank. I think I haven't unlocked that. I think that's not available yet. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably tier 7 or 8 here. Okay. Well, I guess I'll stick another hard drive in and then we'll get back to working on the I can speak because I know English. The factory. Yeah, let's throw another hard drive in, shall we? So there's still this one. We never reach a decision on this. Do I want the Caterium circuit board or do I want to rescan this? Power augmentation, it's cool. It's a flat 500 megawatt plus 10% of your power network. Oh, that sounds very good. Well, we'll come back to that later. All right, I need to fling myself over to the factory now and resume work. So let's do that. Jetpack is on. Excellent. This isn't aimed exactly right, but I can use the momentum. There we go. Back to where we started. Very nice. Okay, let's get this second miner up and running. That's nice and aligned. Okay. Is it starting to get dark? The shadows fell. Not a huge fan of the shadows falling. All right, I need a merger here. Coming this way. And then we'll need a floor hole to connect to up above. Somewhere like that. It's going to be fairly easy to deal with. Logistics, Mark IV lifter. Going up. Connected. Looks good. And yeah, that's easy to remember. It's middle and right on top of the silver grate there. Let's connect you. We'll need to get you some power. And we'll need to throw a couple of these guys in you. Finding 2 pure nodes, very nice. We're going to have 2 480 lines. All right, let's get up to the top and get this line up top as well. There's so many circuit board options. It's hard to pick one. It's circumstantial. Yeah. I tend to agree. There's when you get to the I remember in my second playthrough, when you get to the late game, it does get very it does get pretty option heavy. All right, I need to get rid of you, unfortunately, because we have to go this way for a bit. I think it's right here. No, it's going to be further over. I think 2 more will do the trick. Yeah, we're on this square, and we need the floor hole right here. Needs to be centered. There we go. I think that's correct. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that hooked up. I don't think that's right. Oh, this is hard to do with the jetpack. There we go. Okay. All right, that's nice and connected. Up goes the ore, 480 per minute. Very nice. Okay, so now we're kind of done down on the ground here. There was more iron ore around. There was another node, but with this much, I'm not sure we're gonna need more than that. That's 960 ore per minute. I don't see us needing a lot more than that. I'm not quite sure what the requirements are yet. I should maybe figure that out. Yeah, you can have infinite height lifts as long as you line up the floor holes exactly. Okay, so I am sort of protected from going off the edge when I come out of this thing by this little walkway here. What we need to do now is carry the ore over this way. So I guess there's gonna be, yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna have to build quite a bit of conveyor belt work here. And I guess they're gonna be side by side. Yeah, I guess that makes the most sense. Let's start bringing it over. No choice but to do the work, right? Okay. So the good news is we've got 960 iron ore per minute. That's probably more than we need. We are going to have to go get our coal as well. I think we've reached the point where, at least with this, at least knowing how much iron I'm going to have, I can start planning out my actual numbers for how many heavy modular frames per minute I'm going to make. I'd like to get at least 60. If I can do more, I probably will. But I'm kind of like figuring out I kind of haven't quite figured out what I want to do yet. Hey, Gorilla Wolf, welcome back to the channel. Electric power has been restored, indeed. Thanks to the glorious majesty of the power tower. Now am I running out of materials here? Or distance? I'm pretty low on iron rods, it looks like. And encased industrial beams, too. It's just one. Oh, that's just for the support. Okay, I think the encased industrial beams are feeding into my dimensional depot right now. I think that's what's going on. Bring me the ore. Yes, very nice. Okay. Okay, so the ore has arrived. The coal is over there, so we're gonna have to pipe that kind of over in this direction. But I think from here we start building the actual factory, or planning out what the actual factory is gonna look like. We're gonna have as much space as we could possibly desire. So, yeah, the coal's all over there at that corner. So the coal's gonna be coming along this way. It's gonna meet up with the iron over here. So the factory proper kind of starts here. Let's start building the factory proper, shall we? Let's figure out what this looks like. All right. I love this blueprint so much. This 4x4 foundations, it's godly. You know what would be amazing is if you could zoop blueprints. That would be fun. All right, that's a good amount of space to get started with, right? Look, took me all of 10 seconds to build that big platform. Pretty fun, right? So, all right, let me start planning here. Let me start thinking and planning. Oh, Gorilla Wolf, you were talking about the hurricane. Oh, I didn't realize you were impacted by that. I do have some friends who live in that area, and I'd heard it was pretty bad. But I'm glad you got your power back, because it means you can watch my stream, which is the most important thing you could possibly want to do. No, I hope everybody's safe and you're all doing well and recovering. Let's see. So I know we're going to use manufacturers here, and the manufacturers we're going to use to build the actual heavy modular frame. So I think we don't use the default. I think I'm planning to use the heavy encased. Let me actually go into the codex here and look at the recipes. So we have 2 recipes here. The heavy modular frame makes 2 per minute and uses screws, beams, pipes, and frames. I think this is the one I was planning to do. This does 2.812 per minute and uses concrete, beams, rather pipes, beams, and frames. So we can go all in on pipes here maybe and use them with the alternate recipe we have for this that we just picked up. Encased industrial pipe. Anyway. 2.812. Let's see if we can get that to a nicer number. Let's say we're making this, and I throw a bunch of this crap in. What can I get to? 7 per minute? Can I get like nice even stuff if I go 7.00 per minute? So we're getting kind of weird numbers around some of these. 3 of these inputs are at like thirds. Let me go down to 6 per minute. Now we've got even numbers. Okay. I think this is what I want to do. I think I want to do 6 per minute, and I want to make 10 of these. Which would be a lot, for sure. So if I have 10 of these, making 6 per minute, then I need 160 modular frames. Let me get some notes going here. So we will need 160 modular frames per minute, or 160 per minute is probably the better way to put it. Okay. Let's figure out what else we're going to need. Right? Because it's 16 per minute to make 6, so to make 60, just multiply by 10. I'm going to need 200 encased industrial beams per minute. I guess it's 200 beams, 720 pipes. $720 steel pipes. That's a lot. And we might need more pipes because we're going to use them to make the beams, right? So 200 and 720. Let's make sure I got those numbers right. 200, 720. Yeah, okay. And then 440 concrete. This might not be feasible. We'll have to look at the math and how much iron ore I have and whatnot, but we can always divide by 2 and go down to 30 per minute if we have to. So I need 440. Okay. Okay. So if we were gonna do that, if we're gonna do 60 per minute here, which we may not be able to do, the first thing we need to look at is the beams, which we can make in the assembler here. Or well, let's look at the recipe for the beams. So if we go with the pipe recipe, that's made in an assembler. Okay. And here, we're talking about the alternate encased industrial pipe. We want to get to 4.4 per minute or 4. We want, what do we want? We want 200 encased beams. So we can get up to 10 per minute here. Then we would need 20 of these, right? And a lot of power shards, but power shards are easy to come by. And get 10 per minute. So for 200 per minute, I would need 20 of these, so I need to multiply these by 20. So then I'd need 20 times 60, which is 1,200 steel pipes. 20 beam assemblers would need, what did I say? 1,200 steel pipes? It was 20 times 60? Yeah, 1,200 steel pipes. And 50 times 20 is 1,000 concrete. Right? So we're already up to 1,440 concrete. That's kind of a lot. And 1,920 steel pipes. Yikes. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what's possible. Let's see what's possible. So for pipes, we have 3 recipes here. Iron pipe gets me 20 per minute. Molded steel pipe gets me 50 per minute in the foundry. This is a 1-for-1. This is a, yeah, I probably want the molded steel pipe here, right? In the foundry. How would you rank Satisfactory when comparing to another game in the same genre, e.g. Planet Crafter? Well, I haven't played Planet Crafter. Games in this genre that I've played would include... I mean, the big one is Dyson Sphere Program. I would say... I mean, this game is the OG. It's the daddy, the granddaddy, if you will. And it is, in my opinion, a masterpiece of a game. No question asked. I think it's easier to burn out in Satisfactory than it is in a lot of the other crafting games, just because the amount of work to do in first person is so huge compared to something like, you know, Factorio. But I mean, I think it's one of the best. It's like, I think it's the example to which every other factory game must compare itself. I think it's at the top of the list, really, Jason. And by the way, welcome to the channel. I do have Planet Crafter on my wish list. I want to try it out at some point, but I haven't played it yet. So I'll stream that later in the year, probably, or maybe next year, because we're going to be here for a while. All right, I needed the pipes. The pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. All right, so if we're making the alternate molded steel pipe, 50 per minute, we can get that up to 100 per minute, and then we just need 19 and change. But 1920 is the number. So we'd need 1920. Yeah, so for pipes, 1920 pipes. And that's the number, right? Because it's so far we're at 1,200 steel pipes for the beams, and then 720 for the heavy modular frames. So that's 1920 pipes are going to require 1,920 steel ingots, and 3/5 of that in concrete. Uh, 1920 times, or divided by 5 times 3. 1152? Okay. We're getting pretty high up in the concrete requirements. We don't know what what 160 modular frames per minute looks like either. But we've covered this. Yeah, so now we just need 1440 concrete, 2440, 2540, 2592 concrete. I think that's right. I should double check that math. 440 plus 2152. 2592. Yeah. And then we still need the modular forms. So like, okay, 1920 steel ingots. Do we have enough? Do we even have enough iron ore to make that? Probably not. I think I'm going to have to be less ambitious here. I think I'm going to have to scale back. If I throw down a foundry, what am I getting for, or well, no, if I look at steel ingot, what recipes do I have? So iron and coal makes ingots. I don't have the ability to make compacted coal out here. There's no sulfur. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this because it's 1 for 1. So we have 960 iron ore available, and that even if we put all of that into ingots, we wouldn't be able to do this. We're nowhere near what we need. All right, so let's scale this back drastically. I think we can do a quarter of this. So instead of 16 per minute, we can aim for 15 per minute. There is another iron ore node. Maybe 20 per minute is reasonable. Yeah, a third of that. I think a third of that is reasonable. So we go for 20 per minute. You're glad to be here. Appreciate that. Couldn't get into Factoria. Neither could I. And Gorilla Wolf says divide by 2. I'm going to divide by 3 here. Yes. Yeah, Strife. My previous playthrough, I was really focused on beautifying my factories. This one I'm just focused on trying to make them work. So, all right. I think we go for 20 per minute with 2 like this. And I'm going to have to redo all of this math now. So the goal is 20 heavy modular frames per minute, right? That's going to require 120 steel pipes and 100 concrete. Oh, why didn't it sometimes it doesn't save my changes. $20 per minute heavy modular frames, right? For that, we're going to need 120 steel pipes. And 100 per minute of concrete. Like you have to click away somehow, and then it'll save it. No, I've put down the wrong thing, haven't I? Manufacturer. I've got the numbers wrong. All right, damn it. What did I come up to? 6 per minute here? So I guess 18 is the number then. 18 is the number. I guess that's going to have to be the number. 18 heavy modular frames. So that's going to require 16 times 3 is 45, 48. 48 modular frames. Uh, 60 encased industrial beams. $72 times 3 is 216 steel pipes. We're already getting into big numbers and lots of ore here, just with 18 per minute instead of 60. And then we're going to need 44 times 3 concrete. I could do all this in a planner website, but I feel like for the first big build like this, I should do it myself. 132. Okay. Yikes. Okay, that's a lot, but we can that is doable, I think, with the resources we have available. So the modular frames and the encased beams are more involved because they're going to need pipes. My brain is starting to hurt. My brain is starting to hurt here. We got started on the work. Let's see. Let's figure out... All right, let's go down the list now. So, modular frames. How do we want to make these? Probably not with screws. Probably from pipes, so we can just centralize as much stuff as possible in the pipe manufacturing. Okay. So, we want 48 modular frames. We can divide that by 3 to get 17, right? Or is it 16? It's 16, right? 16 times 3 is 15 times 3 is 45. Plus another 3 is 48. Yeah. So we want 16 of this recipe. Steeled frame. Okay. So the goal is going to be 16 per minute. Or 16 machines. Steeled frame. Or, well... We'll call it 48 steeled frames. Maybe I'll change this as well. Steeled frames, right? Just to keep it consistent. So for that, the steeled frame, we take 16 times the number here. So 32 reinforced iron plates. And then 160 steel pipes. Okay. Then we have the goal of 60 encased beams. Let's figure out what that's going to need. I can't believe people are watching me do math on the internet. You prefer to run numbers yourself rather be told I need X amount of machines. Otherwise, I feel like I'm building someone else's factory, not really playing the game. Fair enough. Yeah, I think it can be useful late game to use factory planners. But early on, I think it's not as good. So I think we're going with this recipe, encased industrial pipes. Those are the two we have. And this one's, I believe, more efficient when we determined. All right, so what do we need? We need a shit ton of these. So first of all, let's edit this to say, what is it? Encased industrial pipe? No, hold on. Yeah. Encased industrial pipes. Let's be clear. Let's be consistent. So if we need 60 per minute of that, right? 60 per minute of that. If we get 4 per minute out of the recipe, then we have to go, what, 25? 25 times? 20? No. 25 times 4 is 100, not 60. 4 goes into 61. 15 times, yes. Right, 15 multiplied by 15. So we're going to need 15 times 24. Is 360. 300 and 360, okay. Yes. So that's 300 concrete, 360 pipes, steel pipes. Oh, I'm running out of space here? $300 concrete. Oh yeah, I'm running out. I guess I'll have to go into private notes here. Okay. So we've looked at we've got the steeled frames. We've got the encased industrial pipes figured out. Now we need to add up all the steel pipes and concrete, right? So we actually need, in terms of steel pipes, we're going to need 216 per minute for the heavy and modular frames. We're going to need 160 per minute for the modular frames. Then we're going to need 360 per minute for the encased industrial pipes. So we got to add all that together. So 360, 460, 520, 720, 736. 736 steel pipes. Yeah, okay. That's going to need 736 iron ingots. Or steel ingots, rather. Because the recipe we're going to use is the molded steel pipe. Yeah, all right. So 736. And then we need to multiply by divide by 5, multiply by 3. That's kind of a gnarly number. We're going to need 442 concrete. And then, is that the end of the chain? So if we build all those pipes and all the concrete, then we can build those. We'll need the iron plates, and then we can build those. And then we'll have everything we need to build these. So now I got to add up all the concrete. 132 plus 160 is 232, 292. Another 300 concrete is 592. 992, 994, 1034, I think. I think that's it. I think that's the recipe. Like I will need something for the reinforced iron plates, but that's the last thing. So I think we're good here. I think we now know what we have to build. And of course, it's sort of hard to see the, it's sort of hard to see those notes on a white background or a light background, but I can always find some shadow. So the steel ingots are going to take a lot of foundries. The concrete's going to take a lot of limestone. I think we start at the base, right? So like I'm going to have coal coming over there to join with the iron, and we can make all of our steel ingots here. So we can set up a row of foundries here that make all the steel ingots we're going to need, right? That's the first thing. It's got to be a good feeling though. People come back to hang out. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I love having folks in the chat. It's really nice, and I like responding to what they say. I like asking them questions. I have great viewers. You guys don't spoil things for me, and well, you can't really spoil anything in Satisfactory. You can't really spoil anything in Satisfactory. There's a little teeny tiny bit of lore that you could spoil, but I know you won't. And you guys are knowledgeable about the game, and you chat with me. Yeah, it's fantastic. So, all right, how many foundries are we gonna need? I guess I gotta go get the coal now. Actually, I gotta go get the coal. Man, that audio bug is weird, where it keeps doing the thing. So for the foundry, do I need equal amounts of coal and... I can't remember. Yeah, I need equal amounts. Okay. So I need at least... It's 1-to-1, right? Yeah, I need at least 736 coal to go with the iron. So really, I want 2 pure nodes to get up to 980. Or... Yeah, 980 would be ideal. Let's see if there's a couple of pure nodes over here. All right, where are you, nodes? Closest one is 76 meters. Actually, I can see on the map, right? I have a pure node there, pure node there, pure node there. Perfect. Okay, which 2 do we want? I guess we want this one for sure. Not quite sure which way I'm sending this. It's got to get around the corner and over. Okay, so that one's kind of on the ground level. We can bring a little route over for you. The other one's over there. All right, so it seems like, yeah, we want to bring them off to the side here. So we want a little route over like here. Oh, please don't run out fuel. Seems like right around here is perfect. Let's test that theory, shall we? Where's the second one? It's over there. Okay, yeah, I can make this work. Okay. What am I missing? I need 2 more portable miners. Okay. I'll need an equipment workshop, please. Portable miners would be another good one to throw into the... just make a bunch and throw them into the dimensional depot and then never have to worry about this again. That might be worth doing. Production miner. Okay. Let's drag these over here. I'm not too concerned about how they look. We'll drag them over here towards the this location. Let's see if we can make you work. Ugh. Now I want you coming this way, like this. You're kind of obnoxious, aren't you? Okay, that looks like that'll work. It clips through the ground a little bit, but who cares? Let's get the second one over here. It's a nice fat load of pure coal. I'm very happy about it. That looks good to me. And then there's a third one over here. Hey, Mr. Bean. You can just run the concrete straight from container if you don't want to bother setting up a limestone supply. I'm not sure what you mean. I know you can. I definitely make boutique factories from time to time. But this is going to be consuming so much concrete that it has to, like, I can't, it'll run through everything in the container in like 2 minutes. So I definitely have to, I feel like I definitely have to find the limestone and go into the concrete production. But George Patino, or is it Jorge Patino? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. But yeah, thanks for the idea. I think there are definitely times when it's important to have boutique factories. In fact, that's what I did for my phase 3 of Project Assembly. I have a boutique factory making the what are they called? The modular engines, and I've got 499 done. I just need one more, and then I'm done with that. Okay, we're gonna need power over here, so let's do that. I think right in the heart of this tree makes sense. If I can. No, it won't let me. Okay. And then from there to... Yeah, you power this. And then you come over here. And power this guy on. Alright, these guys need... These are pure nodes, but they still need to be overloaded to 480. There is no power on the other end of these lines yet, which is why they aren't turning on. $480, very nice. Okay, that'll get me 960 coal per minute, which is going to be more than sufficient for me. Let's do the lines. There's a lot of them to do. Huh. That doesn't seem right. I'll get the power line going. What happened there? Something went wrong. Is this not perfectly aligned? Is that what's going on? I think it was having trouble with like some kind of clipping issue. Once again, the dimensional depot is proving very handy here because I don't think I have any encased industrial beams. I don't have any in my inventory, so it's pulling them out of the dimensional depot and then refilling them from production, which is super nice. Yeah, it's not happy right now. Okay, now it's okay. All right, so you're gonna curl around to the side here and go meet up with the iron to make steel. Let's leave me a little bit room to walk. That's looking good. You, on the other hand, are gonna make your way over here. Then over here. And then over to there. Okay, the coal should be here momentarily. Did I make this a little too... Yeah, there's room there. It's not a lot, but okay. A lot of conveyor belts. Long way to go. I might have gone too far. I might have been better off bringing... You know what? We gotta go... Hold on. We gotta go all the way back over there with the end result. So maybe I should bring the iron over here. And, like... I've already kind of built part of the factory over there, but maybe we bring the iron a little bit more to the east. Instead of going all the way west here. I think that makes more sense, because we gotta get the end product back there. I'm probably gonna have to build a truck station... to get the stuff back, but I think that makes a little bit more sense. Let me undo this. Actually, undoing this is going to be a little bit easier if I build a tower here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't need this here. It's too much. Okay, alright, well. That's what I can get on the first pass. Looks like I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer. Okay, alright. Oh, I just can't quite get out to the end, huh? That's kind of annoying. Do big old delete. It's very it's very close. I can't quite get there. There we go. That looks better. Okay. All right. Let's bring the iron over and meet the coal halfway, right? Just like two lovers who live across state lines, the coal and the iron need to make a compromise for each other. And meet halfway. What do you think about that analogy? Does that work? Let me check in with the chat here. Mark G says, choo-choo, trains are more fun than trucks, and despite being larger, they're easier to set up and run. Well, I kind of agree with you. I had a lot of fun with trains. The problem is, like, so it depends. I guess this is a good candidate for a train station. It's far enough away. Like, we'll end up building the factory here, and it is far enough away. Because I have a truck going between these locations, and it's been more than satisfactory, to use the name of the game, in what it's been doing. It is, I think it's refilling right now, but it goes back and forth between these two. But yeah, this is far enough that it probably does merit a train. The problem is future-proofing the train station. So, like, if I'm going to build a train station back at the main factory, it's got to have, like 15 loading stations to be future-proofed. Because otherwise, it's like... Otherwise, you run out of station. You run out of docking station. You're like, do I build another factory? Do I redo this whole train setup? So I'm trying to delay trains as much as possible. And honestly, this is one type of item that's going to be built here. So I might just do a truck station, because it's like you just build a road and then you set up a very simple loop route and it's done. They're not that complicated. Or hard to set up, in my opinion. I'm running low on encased industrial beams here. Ooh, okay. Jetpack. Thank you. Let's get over on the other side of the power tower here, and then we can start figuring out the next step. All right, so I think you come like here, and then you come like here. And that lets you do this. And you do this, right? That looks good. That looks like that's gonna work. Which means the factory proper starts here. Did I get that right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I could have deleted it in Blueprint. I'm an idiot. All that time I spent deleting it, the previous one, I could have just gone into Blueprint delete and deleted all 6 of those really fast. I feel like a dum-dum. All right, so let's go. What do we need? We need ingots, right? We need steel ingots. 736 steel ingots. That's a crap ton of ingots. Let's start laying this out. So, foundries, right? Foundries. If you're making steel ingots for me, I think we decided, yeah, I don't have the compacted coal. What was the deal here? This needed compacted coal. This needed the iron ingot intermediary. So ultimately, this is more efficient, but you need more machines in the middle, right? You got to process the iron ingots first. I don't think we want to do that. We'll go with the standard ingot recipe. All right, so you can handle 45. So if I want 736, do I want to use some power shards here? If I can get it up to 73.6, I only need 10 of them. Can I don't think I can do that. Maybe I can. 73.6. Technically, I could do this, and then I just need 10 of these. I mean, that could work. I guess that could work. So we're gonna do that. 10 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine and 10. And if we just paste that in, that should give me 736 steel ingots per minute, right? So let's see. Then how would I use this material? I think we come in first with this line because it's on the outside. So this has 480. We can feed 6 machines before we get into trouble. Yeah, all right. Let's feed the first 6 machines, I guess, with this. Yeah, okay. All right. So, let's see. We want splitters, right? Coming in from the left. Nah, I misplaced that for sure. How does that always happen to me? The last one gets messed up, or the first one gets messed up. And I want you coming in from there as well. Okay. So you're going to feed in here like that. Looks good. You can feed the first 6 machines and then you have some extra. I guess I'm using a manifold here. Seems like too much work to do without it. To use balancers. Okay, so the first 6 machines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you're fully featured, and then we have a problem here. So I'm going to color you for a second, just so I can find you again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're fully featured. Then we have like half a thing going in here, which means I want to put the second line in here to have it split between these other guys. I've done a number of things wrong here. Okay. So we got to change how you work. And you need to change as well. So you're going to be a splitter that comes in from behind, and I want you to come in from this direction and split left and right. Like that. So you're going to get half a yeah. And then we actually need a merger here. So the half a load that's remaining in you joins up in this merger, and then whatever's remaining from you joins up there. No, that's wrong. You go like that. There we go. And then you also feed your own, split off to the other splitter. That's fine. And then you need to come in from the second belt of iron. Can I get you a little bit closer? No. You just want to live like this. Okay. You want to live there forever. That's fine. That's your business. Let's get the second line of iron here. Oh, it's so close. So that flows along here. Goes into number 7. Feeds a portion to 6 and the rest to 7, 8, and 9. So there's the iron done, right? Now we got to get the coal in kind of in a similar, pretty much the same exact pattern. Except now we have to raise it up. Okay. Hey, Redrax, welcome back to the channel. Redrax says maybe add a merger for the extra. I ended up doing it, yeah. Solid's a lot more efficient. Manifold's fine, particularly since you're going overkill with the amount of steel you need right now. I mean, I don't want to be building too many more of these. I don't want to be rebuilding this factory in the future. You know what I mean? So wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're the guy who gets the extra. So I guess that should have been the merger, actually. No, because no, I didn't want that one to be the merger, because then it'd be getting a full 480 line merged with more that couldn't be carried on. I guess the merger could handle it, but this is fine. This is fine. This works out just fine. So I got to do coal next. And I guess I could bring coal from that side and go the other direction or whatever. Let's see. Let's at least get some... Let's get some lifts in, right? Did I get all of those right? No, I felt like one of them was off. This one. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. So then we go splitter, 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 splitter. You get a splitter. You get a splitter. Right? Or was that... No, that was a merger. You get a merger instead. Right? And then we go back to splitters over here. Okay. Let's do the kind of tricksy one first. Right, so the merger comes in from... The second line comes in from the outside here. No, the second line comes in from the outside here. Okay. So what am I looking at for setting this up? I don't have the conveyor pole thingy. I guess I can do it like this. No, I think I come around here first. All right, so I did all of these wrong, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Son of a bee sting. They're all facing the wrong direction. The merger's fine. Let's try that again. You're coming in from the front, and then you're coming in from the left. That's the merger. So you're coming in, you're a splitter. You're coming in from the front. And then you guys are coming in from the left. There we go. Okay. This is going to be the coal. Man, this is complicated. All right. All right, first coal line's there. Second coal line comes around here. Like this. I don't know why I have a Mark III belt selected. That's wrong, obviously. Is that right all the way through now? Yeah, okay. All right, so connecting up here is going to be a little rough. Okay. So everybody should be getting all the coal and steel they need, which means all we got to do is connect this to power and we should start seeing the steel produce. And everybody should be at 73.6 per minute. Yep, looks good. Okay. All right. Power poles. All right, I think that's it. Everybody's white across the board. No, you're yellow. Why are you yellow? What's your problem? Oh, well, we've got a manifold situation, so you haven't had... It's not quite load balanced out yet. Let's see. Yeah, now the outside lines should be... I mean, did I get my math wrong? This should have 480. Each of these should have 480 per minute, right? I've got... Unless I messed up somewhere along the way. I thought I went Mark 4 the whole time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But these look like they're going full force. They don't look like there's any stoppage at all. Maybe they are because some of the machines are filling up a little bit. Yeah, I need to... That's right. With manifolds, you need to wait for things to back up. Certain lines have to back up. So, like, this guy needs to get full. He's already full of iron. And he's full of coal. Okay. Yeah. You're full. And producing. Right. Okay. And you're starting to fill up. Yeah. Okay. And I need to take the iron ingots out, obviously. But it looks to me... like we've got our steel production done. Okay. Whew. OSHA requires you to put safety rails up. Oh my gosh. Trains are more fun than trucks. You can do simple push or pull system. Sorry, I got a little bit behind on the chat here. Solid steel doesn't take compacted. Did I miss something with one of the recipes here? Recipes. Steel ingot. You said solid steel is the one I'm looking for? Solid steel ingot. Yes, I did look at this one. So this would be more efficient, obviously, with the iron ore and the coal. The problem is I need another line of machines making iron ingots first to feed into the foundries, and I just didn't want to do it. It would be more efficient though, wouldn't it? Okay. So the factory is well and truly started. We've got the 736 steel ingots, which we need. So next we need 1,034 concrete. Then we can turn the concrete and these ingots into pipes. We can turn some of those pipes and more concrete into encased industrial pipes. We can turn the remainder of the iron, or I may need to farm up that third iron node over there, into reinforced iron plates. And then... we can build our steel frames and finish up with the heavy modular frame factory. We're gonna have 18 per minute when we're done. But that's 2 hours of streaming for me. I'm really reluctant to leave because I've got such a great chat going on with you guys. There's 11 folks watching and you guys are feeling chatty and I love that. But 2 hours, I start to get antsy, I start to get itchy, and I haven't had my breakfast yet. So I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna have my breakfast. It's gonna be a bagel with cream cheese and a coffee if you're curious. And I'll probably be back in like an hour, and I'll get back in and do another session. See, Fixit's warning me. I need to take a break. So we're gonna stop here with a good start on our heavy modular frame factory, right? We've got lines set up for iron and coal, and we've got the biggest problem, the steel ingots being built in the foundries. So next time we'll do concrete and get started on some of the next level of the precursors, and we'll build out this factory. And when we get finished with it, we'll decide whether or not to build a truck stop or a train station. But thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting with me. Mark G, Redrax, Strife A, Jorge Patino, Gorilla Wolf, Jason Basham. Who all else said something here? And Chill Gamer Vibes. Thanks guys so much for chatting with me this morning. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back later. Until then, have a great morning and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.